Jake Hager says, you know Jake.
I know that name.
Who is he?
He's my old buddy, Jack Swagger.
He said, well, I'm going to give you the quote. It was awesome, his AEW, sort of coming into AEW, I guess. Chris Jericho is the greatest of all time, one of my favourites. For him to bring me in and say I'm his guy.
Now that's what Jack said.
That is what Jack said, yes.
Okay, go ahead.
He said, what a compliment. Tony Khan didn't want me there, but Chris did. He wanted me there, and it was awesome. I've got to say, I mean, there's more to this. Man, he's really devaluing himself. Oh, Tony Khan didn't want me.
I don't know why he said that, but I'm going to, as soon as we go off today, we get finished, I'm going to call him up. I'm going to tell him what you said.
I'm not telling you what, I'm quoting his words back.
No, that's what I'm saying. You said devaluing himself. Why didn't Tony want him?
Apparently he just wasn't interested, I guess. He said working with the Inner Circle was one of my favourite things, working with the Jericho Appreciation Society is one of my favourite things. One of my favourite moments of my career was the stadium stampedes that we did. Just good times.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't really do much with Jack, did they, in AEW, it must be said?
Not at all. And I actually talked to him a few times when he was in AEW, and I asked him, I said, when are they going to do something except just have you show up every now and then behind those other guys or whatever? And he never had an answer for me, so apparently they didn't tell him either.
What did he say? Did you go,
Yeah, that's about it. That was his answer. You know, a lot of his answers riding down the road, and that's why that I would carry on the conversation and Jack would just go. Jack did all the driving. A good driver, by the way. And he just listened to me and he just drive on. And I said, there's a stop sign down here. Okay, stop. There's a red light. Oh, let's turn here, you know. But I would work that in my conversation. So while I was driving down the road, I'll be talking about a variety of things, a multitude of things. And Jack would just be listening. So never really. And he would add something every now and then, especially when I would get to MMA. He would tell me this or something that happened in college. He played football and wrestled there. So, and from Oklahoma, you know, Oklahoma noted for both, noted for the wrestling and the football teams. But when he got to AEW, it was like he was there, but he wasn't there. You know, they would come out and they'd show him, but involving him in an angle or something, they never did it. And I do not know why. His biggest push, I think, is when the first time Jericho went out there with Jack and the people were saying, we the people, we the people. And Jericho just cut that out. He said, hey, we the people was a horrible gimmick. Nobody liked it anyway, or something like that. So if they were hollering something like that, I would have kind of went with it a little bit just to keep them saying it.
It's not trademark infringement, though, is it? I mean, you know.
No, one thing about we the people, I can say it. You can say it. Anybody can say it because nobody owns it. The people do own that. It's in the Constitution. We the people is in the Constitution, so it belongs to everybody. Believe me, if WWE could have owned it, they would have. But since it's in the Constitution, no, they can't do it. And I don't know why they didn't do more with Jack. I think they had a match with him and what was his partner's name?
Cesaro.
At one point, they had a tag match, I think, and that's it. I don't know why.
They faced off against each other on opposite teams of some sort of like war games. I know it wasn't war games, but some sort of war game style thing. And then they faced off, and then everyone chanted "We the People," and then they didn't do anything about it. Just moved on.
So maybe.